And I know maybe I'm sounding like a broken record here, but I don't know how we come back from an open convention.
I don't like the idea that we would skip over a black woman to appoint a white male. If Newsom becomes the nominee, every Republican will just be shitting out images of homeless people in California non-stop and saying this isn't going to be everywhere. Look at all the fentanyl deaths. Look at all the tent cities.
We had a primary such as it was, and I understand that there were no debates and it wasn't the most open process. That's fair, right? But people cast their votes. Millions of people cast their votes for the ticket, for the Biden-Harris ticket. And to advocate for throwing those votes away because we don't like how the polls are is gonna sit very poorly with a lot of people, me included. Why? Just chilling. What do you got?
Yeah. All right. Okay, my first thing for you, Wick. In your little debate you had with Destiny about the Trump assassination, I remember you saying that after that photo came out, the election was over. Do you still think that?
No, I think that I was being doomer then. I was speaking from emotion, and so no, I rescind that comment. I don't think it's over anymore, especially since they picked J.D. Vance as a vice president.
Oh, yeah.
They blew it way open. I think we're back in it to win it, gang. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we got the doomerism out of our system. I'm very glad.
On that, there's plenty more doomer to come.
Oh boy. Well, one thing, I for the most part have been riding with Biden, but I have become kind of doomer on it, although I think there might be some more news. I saw Biden was up in the betting market for the Democratic nominee, but it looked like after Biden has COVID now, there's a good chance Kamala Harris becomes a nominee.
Well, actually, if I were to take my best guess, I think it'd be Gavin Newsome. I don't think they're going to run Kamala, or I don't think Biden is going to back Kamala. And I don't know about that VP pick for Trump. I do think that Nikki Haley would have made a better VP pick in terms of Trump's campaign.
I don't have a strong opinion on Trump's VP, but it looks like there's a decent chance someone else will be the nominee. I mean, AOC went on her Instagram Live yesterday, and she said that they are planning on replacing the whole ticket, or at least there are plenty of donors who want to do that.
Yeah, I think.
My question would be, I think Biden has a really good record. I think I can argue for Biden's record. What I'm not really prepared to argue is a lot of Kamala's record, or even Newsom's record. Do you guys have any advice on that if that does end up happening?
So, I talk about there's plenty of doomer to come. I think that, and I know maybe I'm sounding like a broken record here, but I don't know how we come back from an open convention where so I don't want Biden replaced, to be clear. But if they do replace him, Kamala, maybe, right? I could maybe get behind that. But if it's anyone else, then I just don't know how the party recovers from it, right? I don't know how we unify based on that, because think about what we're talking about here. We had a primary such as it was, and I understand that there were no debates and it wasn't the most open process. That's fair, right? But people cast their votes. Millions of people cast their votes for the ticket, for the Biden-Harris ticket. And to advocate for throwing those votes away because we don't like how the polls are is gonna sit very poorly with a lot of people, me included. And I don't know what we do about that. So what are your thoughts, Amanda? What do you think?
Well, in terms of like Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsome, I honestly don't know that much of their backgrounds, if you will. But I do think character-wise, if they go with Gavin Newsome, just because Kamala Harris isn't really well liked among the people, I think that in terms of the Democratic Party, if they went with Gavin Newsome or Gretchen from Michigan, but again, I'm not like too familiar with everything. I just want to put that out there. I'm just like a little bit familiar with certain things, but I do think that Gretchen from Michigan would be better, but I could be wrong on everything. But I do I do find them running Gavin Newsome. I don't see them going with Harris. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
But
honestly,
yeah.
Look, your instincts are right. At least on the AOC's Instagram, she was talking about how there is no consensus. For those who
Yeah.
are looking to get Biden out of the race, there's no consensus on who it should be. And so, yeah, I think your instinct, at least, Amanda, is right that they may not go with Harris, which, again, is why I advocate against pushing Biden out. Pushing Biden out is a dumb move. But go on, caller, please.
Yeah, personally, listen, everything I've seen from Kamala Harris is just funny. Like the coconut tree comments and like the 4-minute compilations of her saying what can be unburdened by what has been. Like that's all just funny to me. But yeah, she doesn't like, I don't know her record. Like the only thing I've really heard about her is her being a former prosecutor. And I think there's people who allege that she kept people past a release date for prison labor. I've heard that alleged. I have no clue if it's true or not. I don't like the idea that we would skip over a black woman to appoint a white male. The idea that Democrats would skip over a black woman vice president to just choose a white male who then couldn't use the money that they raised so far. It'd have to go to a PAC. Yeah, and then Newsome, I think you probably even said this before, like if Newsome becomes the nominee, every Republican will just be shitting out images of homeless people in California non-stop and saying this is going to be everywhere. Look at all the fentanyl deaths. Look at all the tent cities. This is going to become everything. And yeah, I have no clue how to make the case for Newsome versus like Biden. I think there's a really strong positive case to be made for, on top of the negative case for Trump.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, dear caller. Is there anything else you have for us before we let you go?
I don't know. I guess one quick broad thing. Do you have any clue what the fuck we do about the Supreme Court, Wick? Because I don't know what to do.
Can't help you. I don't know. All right. I'm sorry. I don't know.
God damn it.
Here, just call me in. Next, you're gonna ask me to solve the Middle East, right? And what's the one trick to make sure there's peace in the Middle East? I don't know. But caller, I'll see you later.
See you later. Thanks. All right. Now I can farm that for YouTube views. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Big win.